And this is another reason why I'm always busy doing some. This is a little girl. She's a new addition to our family about 3 months ago. Owen named her Buttercup, probably because all her pretty coloring, but I call her Angel because she, I'm the one that takes care of her. You know, it was Owen promised me, am I in frame? Owen promised me that he would take care of her and everything, and I mean, I'm just a sucker for a cute little boy's face because I knew with Clay, we had Elvis for a long time, guinea pig, and he passed away probably a year ago, and we just haven't, and then when Lucky, our dog, we had to put him down. We have had no animal. Swimmy, the fish, was our last pet, and I came home one day and he had died, so it was like we have had no animals in the house, and so Owen's like, Mama, please, and I'm like, okay, so we went and got Angel, I call her, but anyway, so that there's just like a boatload of, you know, I mean, I can't believe that it was June 8th. That was my last video, and I said, if you guys want to know about my weight loss, you know, I mean, it's just crazy how much time goes by. But I showed you a few of the things. It's hard. It's not that easy. I always, like, I have filmed so much, but I always get interrupted, and it never happens. Like this week, I'm on vacation, and we didn't go on an actual going to a different place vacation. I've just gotten a ton of stuff done at home, which has been awesome. Good feeling. But I'm like, I'm gonna videotape just a boatload and put them up, and then the first day my son came home from summer school and he brought his girlfriend, and I just felt crunchy. Like if she heard me talking in here, she knows I do the videos, but I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable. I'm totally comfortable in front of my kids, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like I could do it. And then he brought her Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I said Wednesday, I really would like to film a video on Thursday, okay? And what does my son do? He brings over a guy friend. I was like, jeez, I can't win. And then I filmed, and it was like the cell phone. Why am I telling you all this? I guess because I have people message me, and I just don't want you to think that I don't care about you or want to reply back to your questions and stuff. It's just been hard. It's been really hard to film. So anyway, on to my weight loss, and I'm already 3 minutes in, so I'm not gonna try. The first time I filmed, I'm gonna try so hard, you guys, to show you at the end, but I think that's one of the ones that I showed you. I lost the file, but James did the video with me, and he literally fell asleep. He was asleep in the video, like his eyes were all. It was so funny. Oh my gosh, hilarious. And so anyway, but when I first met James, you know, he has 2 daughters. I have 3 sons. We're in our 40s. The thought, you know, we fell in love immediately, but the thought of another child was like, no, you know, it's not going to happen. It's just not in this, it wasn't meant for us to do that in this lifetime. We think about it, even still, he'll, you know, one day we'll say, babe, could you imagine if we had kids, like your eyes and my eyes, and then it'll be funny. I gotta sit down a little lower. Then it'll be funny because we'll like be somewhere and we'll see a crying baby or something, and we're like, Okay. It's so weird. Like, I love being a mom. Oh my gosh, I love my kids. I love their ages they're all in right now. And I loved when they were babies. Oh my gosh, that time is so precious. But it's so interesting because when I was pregnant with my last, I was like, I didn't want the pregnancy to end. I didn't want the delivery to even come because I knew I would never experience that again. Knowing 3 was enough. But I just didn't want that to end that time. And then it's like you get to another phase in your life, being 40, and it's like, been there, done that, no more babies. It's time for, like, him and I, like, going to we went on a day trip, and we do it often, when the children are with their other parent, and it's just incredible. If we had a little baby, we wouldn't be able to do that. So I feel like I've been very blessed to experience that part of my life. And now it's really awesome just raising the kids we have together. Now, so with that said, when I first met him, I had to get on a birth control. We talked, and he said, I'm just going to get permanently, the vasectomy done. I know that's a lot of TMI, but he talked a little bit about it on the tag video we did together. So there was going to be 1 month of no birth control, and I know this is really TMI, but this is all leading up to something, okay? So anyway, I went to the doctor, and I said I need to get a birth control, and I really had a hard lesson learned because I did zero research on anything. And I wanted to surprise him, James, and tell him, so when he came home, I'm like, guess what? I got on Depo-Provera. It's a shot that lasts 3 months, and so by the time you have your surgery, we're good to go, we don't have to worry about getting pregnant or anything. And he was like, he's so cute. He's just that type of man that he likes to go everywhere with me. Doctor appointments, dentist, I'm not kidding. Like, I think it's so sweet. But he was bummed that he didn't go with me, and he was bummed that we didn't look into it, before I got the shot, and I had already got it, so it was a done deal. And then he goes online and looks at it and wasn't happy with what he was seeing with side effects and everything. And I was like, well, it's too late now, Like, I was thinking I was doing a good thing, but boy, did it come and bite me in the rear. That Depo-Provera shot, every possible side effect that can happen, I got all of them. And weight gain, 30 plus pounds. Moody, oh my gosh, so moody. If you look at that, there's another tag video that him and I did together. I'm horrible. When I watch that, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I made a video. But it is kind of interesting to look back at that time and say, yeah, like, I was a mess. I was a total emotional bomb, like, just crazy. Another crazy side effect was I thought I was pregnant, and I'm like, we both thought I was pregnant, and I was like, I must have got pregnant before I got the shot, and my stomach, oh my God, it just bloated like nobody's business. And then I mean, every pregnancy symptom I was having, that thing was a nightmare for me, total nightmare. And so obviously once the 3rd shot went away, when it would be time to renew your shot, I was like, he had already had his surgery, so I knew I didn't have to get that again. What, baby? Where are you going? And so then my mom was listening to like talk radio, and she said that a caller called in and said it took his wife 6 months to get that out of her system, and basically that's what it took me. When I look, like I said, when I look back on different videos, and even our last July, a year ago vacation, I was dreading getting in a bathing suit. Absolutely dreading getting in a bathing suit in front of James. But I have to say, through this, because when I first met him, you know, I had that like, baby girl, what are you doing? You're getting all doing aerobics down here. When I first met him, you know, you have that euphoric, lovey-dovey kind of feeling, and I lost like weight. I couldn't eat because I was all spun over him. And then that shot happened, and then I just ballooned so quickly, and he never once thought I looked, you know, he was, if anything, like my stomach was so big. Oh my gosh, it was so big. And he just never made me feel like embarrassed or ashamed. That man just totally loves me unconditionally. And now that I've lost the weight, you know, he's just, it never changed. His love never ever changed. It's just, I know that's sappy and like maybe to some, but he's just pretty amazing. And so I talked to my doctor twice about the weight gain, and the first one, she said, "You little sneaker." The first one said, he said, well, there's a few things we can do, but let's try this diet, this exercise first. And I'm like, okay. And so then I literally walked out of his office and was like, didn't do any of them. I didn't do anything. It was like a big old waste of visit to the doctor's office, seriously. And then I went back probably for a totally different reason, and I had to get on the scale, and I about wanted to cry because I don't have a scale in this house. I still don't want one, even with, you know, losing weight. I still don't want one. But I got on the scale, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I had put on so much weight, and I was like, where's it coming from? It's not like I eat crappy, you know? I didn't understand it. But I think it's just a combination of several things. I think it's my age. I'm 42 years old. Once you put on weight, it's really, really hard to get off. And so I had to like seriously think about it for a minute and say, okay, Cher, you're like a little tanker right now, and you need to get a grip on this, or it's going to get harder and harder and harder, and we don't want that. So I talked to my doctor again, and I'm telling you, whatever you do, just talk to your doctor first. You know, it's too important. Because I can't tell you what to do or how to diet, you know. I wouldn't want anything anything bad to ever happen. Never, ever. So, I like came home and I was crying because I couldn't believe the numbers on the scale. And I said, okay, Cher, when I had Reese, my middle son, he weighed in exactly 10 pounds. No ounces, exactly 10-pound baby. And I gained about 60 pounds with that pregnancy. And although I nursed with all my children and the weight always came off, with him, like, I was just so big, you know, obviously, right, when I had him, you're all, you know, I mean, hello. But my sister came to see him, and she's like, let's do the no carb diet. And I'm like, okay, you know, we took pictures of each other, and I remember my ass was like the size of Texas. It was so huge. And but anyway, I just was really, really strict about it, but healthy too. I wasn't eating like bacon and, you know, that kind of carb diet. Girl, what are you doing, baby girl? What are you doing? You're like all over the place. You're all over the place. Look at her. Look at her little face. She's probably going to freak out. But hello, my name is Angel, and I'm an angel. Yes, I am. I'm an angel. I'm an angel. Look at her. She has like a mohawk. So, anyway, I knew I had to do that this time because it worked for me that time. The weight came off like fast, instant results. And so I'm like, I'm going to do it this time. So that's what I have done. But again, in a healthy way, you know, I'm not eating like a bunch of, like I said, bacon and sausage and just like tons of meat and stuff, you know. I eat a lot of salads. Like for an example, even like for dinner, you know, if we barbecued chicken and then I made a side, like a carb side, like a rice or pasta or I don't know, just something like that. I don't eat that, you know, so I'll have a salad and then my protein. And the most amazing part is right in the beginning, we're talking like day 4, and I am on video saying how much I love candy. As soon as like I was like, really? I was a candy addict. But totally cut, no more candy. But by like day 4, didn't even want it, didn't crave it, did not crave it. And then I just noticed that with a lot of things, like my appetite just did it like I don't know, I'm just not hungry. I'm just not hungry. By really eliminating sugar out of my diet, I don't crave those things. And even when my menstrual cycle comes, you know, when you want to like eat your house, it's really limited. It's like, it's not like I, you know, just go butt crazy. But then, so like snacks, like I just had a string cheese, water, tea, you know, Diet Pepsi was a huge thing for me, and I still have them here and there. Look, there's one behind me. That's so funny. But you know, and then my coffee creamer in the morning, I couldn't give that up. So there are a couple things that I could not give up, but it's in moderation, you know. And look, this sucker, I probably took 2 sips out of that, and I don't know, I leave them. If James was here, he'd say, she does, she leaves them and he drinks them. Girl, oh my gosh, she's like doing somersaults. But for an example, going out, like if he and I took the bike out and we went to Susie Burger, and I got a mushroom burger, and it, you know, he brought it to the table, I take the bun off and I push it aside. I ask for a fork and I eat my mushroom burger with a fork. We went out to dinner with his mom, same thing. I put the bun aside and I just eat the burger. We went to his sister's house for barbecue, and I had the burger and I put I put tomatoes, pickles. I load it up just like you would on a bun, but I use a fork. I don't use my hands on a bun. And so, you know, you just have to be creative, but that's how I've lost my weight. And this video is so long, I so apologize, but I knew it was going to be a long one to try to explain how I gained it and how I got it off. I've lost 22 pounds. I just weighed myself at my mom's house. So I still have, you know, I want to lose 10 more pounds. I'm happy where I'm at. Like, we took the kids to the water park, and, you know, I wore a 2-piece bathing suit, and I wasn't totally like confident and just like, bam, look at me. But I was enough where I didn't feel like I had to cover up my bum with a wrap. I did wear them, you know, I didn't strut my shit all over the place like I was it by any means, but I'm definitely in a different place, and I'm still doing it. I'm totally still very dedicated to eating no carbs. You know, like I said, you know, there's days like last night I was home alone, and I made chocolate chip cookies because I'm at that time of month and I wanted some. But I mean, I could take the camera and show you. I didn't want to eat the whole batch like I normally easily could have. It's a choice. It's seriously a choice, but it's not a hard choice to make once you eliminate that sugar out of your diet. You just have to trust me. And another thing I would say to start it, don't say like, oh, I'm gonna start my diet this coming Monday, you know, and don't tell anybody about it, because you're just almost setting yourself up for fail. And that's what I did. Like, I didn't tell James I'm doing a low carb diet. He just kind of started watching me eat a certain way. And so I would say, like, start tomorrow. Just try it. Finish out today, whatever time it is, you know, at dinner time. Don't eat that rice. You'll be really surprised if you're wanting to lose weight. Just the carby things, just don't eat them. And it's very satisfying. Like I was telling my sister, lunchtime for work, I'll take like salami and cheese at night when I'm making like James and I lunches. I'll roll up cheese and salami and put it in a Ziploc and maybe a piece of fruit, and it is so satisfying. And then it's very rewarding. Like when I'm done, I feel like I did a great thing. You know, I didn't go eat a sub sandwich or something. You know, it's like you feel really good about yourself that you just didn't go eat a bunch of shit. And it'll work. It totally worked. Well, I shouldn't say. It worked for me. I can't imagine it not working for you, just eliminating that sugar. And then once you do that, I swear by day 4, your appetite changes. You're just not hungry like you were, and that's awesome. So again, talk to your doctor first. Don't, you know, I don't want you, because they might say, oh no, you need to eat carbs in your life. I don't know, but I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a diet pro. This is just what has worked for me. And yeah, and actually we're still doing it. Really quick, my middle son, he has put on weight. I don't know, I think I know what it's from. He lives in 2 different homes, you know, so it's like I can't monitor all the time. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing? So that's hard, you know, but anyway, here, him and I, like, we eat the same things, and he said it's fine, like, and he's 9 years old, you know, like, if, same thing with a hamburger, or he doesn't eat, you know, the carb that, but I try not to put tempting stuff down too, you know, because you can have a very satisfying, good meal with not carbs, you know, but you do need carbs, so you want to research it and find out the good carbs, you know, so, and that's what I've done. You know, I don't have a blog or anything to list things I eat, but just, it's not hard. I mean, I did it, you just get on the internet and like, oh, I don't like that carb, you know, this is a healthy carb, but I don't like that one. Okay, we'll move on until you find one, because you do need carbs in your diet. You just got to do your homework and see which one's good for you. Oh my God, this video is so long. Okay, I love you guys, and I apologize about all the crazy, that it took me so long to do this video, but I've already filmed it, it's already uploaded on my computer, so if you like this makeup and want to see my everyday eyeshadow look that I've been doing over the summer, give me a thumbs up or a comment, and that'll let me know that you want to see it, and I will upload it. So Angel and I are going to say bye-bye now. Bye-bye. She's driving me crazy. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Put me back in my cage. Put me back in my cage. I don't want to be here no more. Because I'm a busy girl. Yes, I am. I'm a busy girl.